Right, let's have a look what happens. Join me live recording. We're notifying viewers that you're live. Oh, thanks, mate. What a guy.
Can you,
Can I?
how do you sound?
How do I sound?
Yeah.
I don't know. How do I sound?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, right.
Pretty good.
Viewers, no viewers. We have no viewers. Well, you know what's going to be interesting? It's going to be interesting to see. Oh, we do. All of a sudden they're coming in. Dawn joined. I don't know. Mariana. This is going to be interesting. Hi guys. I don't know if you're watching. We're just starting. We usually do a podcast on Dog Swag. Dog Swag? I don't know. Well, all of a sudden we're getting a whole bunch of people. We usually do our little podcast whereby I break down TikToks that we've done during the week, give you a bit more detail on what's going on, and we usually do this at midday, which has meant in the past, people in Europe and people in America have kind of, Shooter McGavin has joined us, well done Shooter, and Kevin, see, I can't keep, how did you keep up with this, Drew?
You just got to keep it safe.
Yeah, right. Backstreet Cafe, we've got a whole bunch of different people. David Jenkins. So anyway, hi guys, welcome. Welcome to our new time slot. Harry Bossmare, Equine Services. Oh, Bossmare, what do you do? What are your equine services? We're going to just ask things and see who's who. Like I said, we usually do a podcast, I can't see anything, we usually do a podcast at midday, but the problem is with midday is that everyone in Europe was like kicked out, so it was 2 o'clock in the morning in Europe. So this time, someone's hitting love hearts, thanks for that, how cool is that? Run an assignment facility, I'm a consultant for Equissage. Oh, there you go, well done. That's got to be in Australia, doesn't it? Anyway, sorry, I'm getting used to this because this is the second time I'm actually looking at the screen while people are turning up. And so it's really interesting to watch. Shockwave, you just gave me a rose. I don't even know what these things mean. Thank you. Do you shockwave horses? Is that what, this is really cool. Anyway, so I'm getting distracted by all the people. So what actually happens is we're going to break down a few of the TikToks for the week. I'm going to go through what is it? It's show number 27 for us. I'm going to go through some of the horses that are racing today and tomorrow. It's a big one at Mornington. Sorry, I'm just having a look at these things. Just got the number 1 gifter badge, Shockwave. Shockwave, thanks, that's really kind of you. Anyway, so we're going to break down a few videos. We're going to talk to you guys. I can see what's going on, so I can actually speak to you. Invite Equissage to join live as a guest. Is that what you just did?
No, it's just offering to me, which I have done.
Oh, you have?
Sure, why not?
Oh, okay. So we're going to do that sooner than later, apparently. Drew is keeping me on my toes with all the stuff. We're trying all sorts of different things. Anyway, so that's today. I don't know. I guess we start the show part from now.
I'm already recording.
Oh, you're already recording. So anyway, whoever is watching, you can put this as the intro. Welcome to show 27. 27? 27. Show 27. I don't know what we're breaking down. It's up to Drew. He chooses the videos during the week. And then we'll pull them apart. And if we have any questions, please, guys. Hi, Maddie Meow. Is it Maddie Meow? Hey, how you going, Maddie? You guys can ask me any questions. We love questions. We love people asking horsey things about me if you want. We really don't care. Things about Drew. Anyway, so let's get this thing started. I'm going to start with the racing today. We always have people asking which horses I've treated. Today is Flemington. It's Saturday in Australia. It's Flemington. Race 1, BR Bay, Shane Nichols. I like that horse. It's horse number 6. Now, I'm going to tell you, these are not tips, right? So these aren't tips. I have probably, I've sent tips to a couple of people, and I reckon that you're just as well off using my tips to avoid what you're going to do than actually bet. But BR Bay, amazing horse. First race back, going down the straight in Flemington, does well. I like it. Race 1, horse 6. Also at Flemington in race 5, Jason Warren's horse called Flyer. I don't know why it's paying so much because it's an incredible horse and it felt great this week. I treated them both. They feel amazing, so that's going to be interesting. Tomorrow is at Mornington. Now, Mornington, there are so many horses that I deal with at Mornington tomorrow that I'm not going to give you the horses per se, but we got Chris Calthorpe's racing Jason Warren, Shannon Rogan, Shane Nichols, Pat Carey and Harris, David Feek. I'm sure there are a bunch of others that are racing. Racing. Can you please come to Queensland? I can't recommend anyone in Queensland. Sorry, Amanda. Sorry, I'm jumping, but the thing is, I don't know that many people in Queensland. I'd love if therapists told me they were out, or people told me that good people are in particular areas. I'd love that, so then I could actually recommend people. But very hard for me to recommend people from here. I don't get out there. I used to go there occasionally, but I'm just too busy here. Anyway, so sorry, Amanda, I can't recommend anyone, and I don't get out there right now. So finishing up with the racing, that's probably it. Monday, we were even considering going to Mornington. Drew's been very quiet today. He's just going to sit there and not do anything. I like the banter between Drew and I. Drew doesn't. What's the time for me? What is the time? It's just after 8 o'clock in the morning, Melbourne, Australia time. Oh, hello, boss. Hey, Amy. How are you? You shouldn't be up. You should be sleeping in. Anyway, so Sophie, I don't know where you are, but it's 8 o'clock here, or just after 8 o'clock in Australia, Melbourne, Australia. Amy, how's your little horse going? Are you riding it? Anyway, it's kind of interesting seeing. Sorry, Amanda's crying faces. This is weird. Cool. Right. Now,
if everyone can share the live as well, it's so amazing. We've already cracked 1.5 thousand likes, which is insane because we've only been live for 7 minutes. Thank you, everyone.
That's crazy.
We love the shares and the likes.
So, other things that are going on TikTok, if you're watching, or if anyone, I don't know how you pester them, but I've now got 22,000 followers on this one. We've still got the 140,000 follower one that it's still floundering. I spoke to them at the last time, probably just over a week ago. Drew and I, hang on, shooter. I like when Drew joins in. He's like a good caddy.
Use the pitching wedge.
I love it. So anyway, he is like a good caddy. We were talking about, are we allowed to, how long have we been in?
On this?
Yeah.
Coming up on 10 minutes.
Oh, I was just saying that my wife said good morning to Drew and said we should do a night one because we're way funnier when we're drunk. And so, yes, Willow's going well. We had a win last weekend and we're now 4 points off level 1. Well done. Wizard, I absolutely love your work. Wish you were here in the UK. Oh, see, UK, it's 10 o'clock. Usually it's 2 o'clock. Willow, and I'm still a girl fan at the side of you. Thanks, Amy, that's really kind of you. It's funny when people meet me and they kind of look at me like, I don't know, like you said, like a girl fan. It's kind of weird. It freaks me out. I'm not used to it, but it's awesome. Thanks, Amy. It's really sweet. Anywho,
can you say good day to the 5 people watching on YouTube as well?
YouTube. Drew always confuses me with everything. Hi YouTube, how you going? I don't know what Drew's doing with YouTube. I'm very familiar with TikTok, not so familiar with YouTube. So, hi guys, how you going? We put all of our videos up there afterwards. So, hello, welcome.
Yeah. If any of you awesome 20,000 odd TikTokers would be kind enough when you get a chance to jump over onto Christian's YouTube and give us a follow and a watch, that would be so helpful. Wizard would like to know about your background. Do you want to give him a quick rundown?
Hey Wizard, how are you? How my background and how I started. It's kind of a weird one. We were talking about maybe doing a video on it, but well, there actually is. There's a thing here in Australia. It was called The Feed by SBS. And so if you have a look at the feed, SBS, maybe even Drew will put a link, I don't know.
Yep.
If you have a look at the feed, SBS and they called it the Horse Mechanic, and it'll give you my history. I used to run nightclubs before I did this and race BMXs. I raced in the world titles in quiet. Are you going live? Oh God. Hello?
How are you?
Hi, how you going?
I'm good.
Did you have a question for me?
Yes, bro?
I don't think you have a question for me.
What are you working?
Hey?
What's your job, sir?
What's my job? I'm a soft tissue therapist for horses.
Yeah. Yes?
Soft tissue therapist for horses.
Oh, very, very nice. Nice to meet you.
This might be a bit hard.
I don't know how to stop it now.
Where are you from? Where are you?
Bhutan.
Sorry, where?
Don't know.
Bhutan.
Bhutan?
Bhutan.
Yes.
Ah, right.
Near to India and Nepal.
Yeah, right. And what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yes.
This is
Yes?
not great. What do you do?
I'm teacher.
Oh, you're a teacher. Okay. There you go. Why did you click on here?
Yes?
Why did you click live here?
No, just to play, just to have fun and just like that only.
Okay. What happened?
There we go. Sorry, everyone. Trying new things.
Trying new things, that's true.
How cool is that? Bhutan?
Bhutan. A teacher from Bhutan just trying we're trying new things and he's chatting. Anyway, sorry, let me get back. Oh shit, Drew, what were the ones that you just scrolled through, the long ones?
Hang on.
Alright, so I'll keep going. But Drew kind of threw me there. So what happened was, if you go to, is your work similar to the Masterson method? No. Give me a second because I want to finish answering what the other person was asking. I had a really bad BMX accident. I broke my back in probably about 3 places. While I was trying to get myself well, I decided firstly I wanted to work with animals. Secondly, while I was fixing myself, I developed a fascination for soft tissue therapies. And so it's sort of like a bit of a journey started. So I started with rescue animals, Australian rescue animals, so koalas, kangaroos, etc. And dogs. I thought that I would end up working in zoos, which I do now as well, but I specialise in horses. So what happened was I started with dogs. I did dogs and rescue animals for about 6 years, got good at that, and then fixed a dog for a racehorse trainer. They asked me to come and have a look at horses, and the whole horse thing started. I was never horsey, never wanted to be around horses, never wanted to touch horses. I've still only maybe ridden 4 horses in my life. It is not what I wanted. So anyway, so it's funny that when you have things that you don't want, that it just keeps coming. So all of a sudden I became this horse person, and now this is what it looks like. So if you want to have a really good detailed look at what it did look like, go to that link of SPS The Feed, and it's the Horse Mechanic. So have a look at that. Thank you for imparting all your knowledge, Sandy. You're very welcome. This is what it's all about. It's a good point for me to say, have a look at my website. Like, the whole idea is to teach people, or to close the gap between normal horse people and professionals. Also to teach you how to understand your own horses and see if you can help your own horse, fix your own horses, etc. So you're really welcome. I try to do as much of it as possible. Even the website, I try to make as cheap as possible for the amount of information you get on that website, with all the videos, the anatomical diagrams, the written content, etc. You should be able to, well, it's exactly how I check a horse. So I've tried to break it down so it's really simple and unintimidating. What's going on? Who is this? Oh no, right, I don't know what Drew did to me. Do I live in Mount Eliza? Yes, I do. What is going on? Wizard, I know Drew likes doing weird stuff. He probably knows the bloke that he actually put on.
I'm guessing it was probably Hines in a mask.
It looked like a mate of Drew's. Anyway, what else have we got? That actually went for. Would you ever do a clinic in the UK? Absolutely. Drew keeps scroll. I have no control of the scrolling. Wizard, thanks for answering. No worries. Well, I just subscribed to YouTube. No time started dinner prep. You all have a good day, gentlemen. Thank you. And that's Patricia. So you're off to make dinner. Start dinner prep. How cool is that? Yes, I'd like to do a clinic in the UK. Currently 5:14 p.m. in Augusta. Is GA Georgia?
Think so.
Shooter. We don't know GA. Sorry, we're Australian, so that'd be like me saying Taz to you, I guess. When are you coming to the Gold Coast? I'm not.
We're going to put a world tour together. The demand is too high. World tour.
World tour, 2 new messages.
Email us.
Can Drew put the link for, or SMS please? Yeah, absolutely. Is that for my history? Karen, if that's for my history, he definitely can and will. Question, mares at the psoas area during heat cycles, could that cause soreness? Oh, I wouldn't say it's a psoas, more likely going to have like things like uterus issues, abscess, or I'd say that that's more hormonal than a psoas issue. What's the most common issue that you identify when treating? Usually lower neck and hamstrings are the most common one. That's Akerland ponies, Akerland's ponies. Wow, this is crazy. Most common issue you identify, so lower neck and hamstrings are the biggest ones. But it does depend on the sport. They all change from different sports. Tory, little mud bug. Could it be present in that area? I'm sorry, which one was that? That was the psoas. Yeah, absolutely it could be. You know what, the psoas shows up as a mid-back soreness or sort of like just behind the ribs. That's where the psoas usually shows up. Oh, is that it?
I don't know, but it says sore back. Yeah. Guys, keep the likes coming.
Keep everything coming.
The questions coming.
We're going to go to a video. Could I present in that area? Yes, sorry, I'm just looking. Why do you drink tea or coffee in a glass? Oh, that's... Hi, Putchie. I look stunned. I am stunned. This is crazy. Why do I drink tea or coffee in a glass? I don't know. We got these glasses. They're just nice to hold. And I don't know. Yeah, good question. Isn't that weird? Just bad habit. It's Putchie's fault. Anyway, thanks, Putchie. What do I look stunned about? I'm trying to read. Good morning, Tim. Yeah, I don't know. Did I hear a couple of last weekend? I think it was. It's a really nice healing, so you should check out his stable. But anyway, this is your genius. He's running on the weekend. There's a thing that he has. He's Streets of Avalon's brother. Streets of Avalon had a really similar thing here, which is this dip here. Now, you've got a dip in the back. One of the things that it could be is this muscle kind of goes like this and divides. It attaches into the spine and also into the top of the pelvis. That's the pelvis right here. So I'm looking for the attachment of this. Good boy. And I'm just going to apply some pressure to it first. So the soreness is kind of mid-back. What happens is this is the longissimus, the medial glute, this bum muscle. I'm going to talk while I'm treating as I usually do, but this bum muscle kind of scallops in here. So as you dip into that edge or just before for this muscle, it's where that part of the longissimus attaches into the pelvis. So the soreness is right up here, but you treat it down in the pelvis. Once again, if you've got a horse, if you've got a horse that's got soreness here, you can use a gun, etc., etc. But be mindful, this is the gut right here, so there's no muscle here, it's all organ. So you want to avoid that, but you definitely want to get this pelvic attachment. Not better. So check your horse. If you get a dip here, just check that muscle, and you just do it just by rolling through here to make sure it's safe. Anyway, thank you. Bye. Right, I'm just going to talk about the video and not look at the messages for a second. Someone was asking about the psoas. It could also be that.
Tory,
thank you, Tory. Thanks, Drew. So we were asking about the psoas. That particular video before, there's a muscle in the pelvis, and so, there's a muscle that goes all the way the length of the back, and one of the attachments is that it attaches onto the pelvis. So that little area, like I said, that little area is my Pandora's box. If you go to my website and have a look, there's a whole bunch of stuff there about my Pandora's box. It could be one of about 8 different things. So when people ask me about the psoas or about the pelvis or about medial glute or about being in season, hind gut, kissing spine, all that, it's all in there. So it can be one of a whole bunch of different things. This is a one. You look like you are doing anything with your fingers. You don't. Oh yeah, I don't. Sorry. Can we get back to that with Wizard?
Yep.
So what happens is in that one I do Wizard because I'm actually rolling. The thing that I'm trying to treat is each muscle. So this is what makes a muscle tight in your horse isn't the muscle necessarily. So unless you've got a magnesium deficiency. So when you have a muscular dysfunction, what's happening is at the end of every muscle there are a bunch of little springs. This is hopefully interesting. There's like a spring mechanism. It's called the Golgi tendon organ. It's actually a release mechanism. So what happens is if I throw something really heavy to you and it's too heavy, it is the release that stops you from ripping your muscles off your bones, right? So what happens is it's the release mechanism, but it's also the thing that tensions you up and balances your whole body. So when you have a tight muscle, what it is the Golgi tendon organ starts cranking and it goes a bit unconscious and does some weird stuff. What I'm doing is either by, there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can get the muscle to feel itself and have that organ recalibrate, check itself and recalibrate. So I'm doing different ways of making that happen. Drew is freaking me out with his phone. I'm making different ways of making that happen and have that release happen. So all I'm doing is I either roll the muscle, I hold it in traction like stretching, I flick it, which also opens up connective tissue, or I just touch the muscle and initiate a response in the muscle which releases those springs. So it does look like I'm not doing anything because I pretty much aren't. I'm resting my fingers on it, I'm just listening to the muscle, and it's actually just like probably energetically gets a little bit of a trigger and then it releases the Golgi tendon organ. And as you can see in the videos, I always show before and after because there was no point in me showing you guys how to check a sore muscle when people were saying, well, you can't fix that anyway. So then I started fixing it, and I have my own tricky way of doing that. But like I said, you can use a massage gun, etc. But I have my own tricky way of doing it, and it shows that you're capable of fixing these problems that I'm showing you. They're not that serious. They're usually a dysfunction or a strain, and it's pretty easy to do. Ah, little mud bug, you're a subscriber to my program. How are you enjoying it? That's the thing. That's an awesome way to explain it. Okay. Yeah, so what is Putchi? Wizard? No, go down. It feels like something, but it looks like a little. Yeah, so Putchi, thanks. Putchi's my wife. Hi, Putch. It is exactly that. It looks like nothing, but there's a whole bunch there that you're not seeing. Like there's a whole, there's a whole nother kind of, like the muscle heats up and then it releases. When I treat the muscle, I can feel what it's doing. And so when I check it afterwards, absolutely, it's so beneficial. It's been, how cool. Tori, I love that. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad it's been helpful. I'm not, tell me if you're a therapist, just a lay person, etc. This video is the area my horse was sore. Yeah, see, there you go, Karen. Nothing seemed to work until you. Well, there you go. So that area, Karen, I know I seem to be pushing my website, but if you want to know about your horse, go to my website. There's a diagnostic, what?
Nothing.
What's it called? A diagnostic?
Oh, diagnostic resource.
I always get the word.
Sorry.
There's a diagnostic resource there. It's cheap. It's $150 US a year or $250 US. Oh, you are? Okay, cool. She's a subscriber. Thanks. So yeah, you got to look at those ones. Psoas is easy to treat. That pelvic one that we just showed is actually, they're all easy to treat. You just need to know where to look. So, if you've got, it could be psoas easy, just put one hand on top of the back of the ribs. I think I show it in the videos, and one right under the belly button, and you'll trip that organ out. But when you're talking about something being in season, then it makes it a bit difficult because there's organ related there too, and they won't necessarily show pain if it's an organ thing. Anyway, how are we going? This is going kind of crazy, Drew.
Going great.
Going great.
That's so nice from Tori.
Isn't it?
You're a game changer.
Oh yeah.
Wizard has declared you're a wizard. That's kind of better.
Thanks, man. Oh, brothers in wizardry. How cool is that?
Awesome. Shall we onward with another one?
Yeah, and if you're going to join here, can we maybe have like someone actually say something before we get another teacher from
Bangladesh.
Bhutan?
Yeah.
Because it's not real relevant anyway, but it was kind of interesting.
Cool.
I was stunned. I just did a little video about like C2 vertebrae and the muscle point, or one of the muscles that attaches to it just under here. There's another, you see, this is Reggie. Reggie's a thoroughbred. Again, at Gavin Benjamin's, like, raced over here. That's an old one.
If you see a horse racing and it's running straight, but it tilts its head and it looks like it's looking out one eye, or if you've got a dressage horse and you can find it goes one way but it doesn't go the other. Now, what you might be looking at is what's under here. So this is the jaw, or the mandible. Underneath here, like at the back of the tongue, there's like a wishbone.
Bingo.
It's called the hyoid. And so the hyoid bone kind of locates the tongue. There's muscles that go from that bone, it kind of looks like that, and that's the tongue. There's muscles that go from that bone on the inside here. So when it gets sore like this is on Reggie, what happens is they try to shorten it, so you'll invariably get the horse that will drift to one side or won't want to turn the other way, because they'll try to keep it short. So I'm just going to, hopefully he's going to kind of zone out this thing for a bit. We've had a cool change here, it's finally cool. Finally cool, we can finally breathe. Alright. So you can either, again, you couldn't use like one of those massage guns, but you could use an ultrasound or just massage it, just go under. It kind of feels like a group of fingers under there, and that's the difference. So, there you go. So backed off the hyoid. So his tongue's now going to be able to move properly. And even if you have big problems, just give that a check. Right, well, Oh, and another pollen. So the hyoid, everyone, that's I'll do the video first.
Sure.
The hyoid, talk about it often, it is not the pole. If ever anyone says to you that you've got a pole issue, check the hyoid. The hyoid is it's a bone apparatus at the back of the tongue. It locates the tongue. The muscles that I'm talking about, these are the hyoid, there are muscles that go from this into the jaw, so they kind of fan through. If you just put your hand in under the jaw and feel around, it'll feel like guitar strings when it's tight, and the horse will shoot its head up. Now the whole point about this is, if you put a bit in the horse's mouth and you apply any pressure for collection or anything like that, and you pull the back of the tongue, it tilts that bone and they go and protect it. And so in racing, or horses that go one way but not the other, you'll find that one side of the hyoid will be sore and the other won't be. But often if you feel a horse that it clamps down, if you are always having to change your bits, or always thinking that you've got a bit issue or a pole issue, then it's very likely the hyoid. You can just stick your fingers under there and massage it with your fingers. Again, I trick the muscle out, but you just roll your fingers through it. And if you do that like maybe a couple of times a week, but just like not for long, anytime you're massaging, don't annoy it. Be mindful, be kind, and just do it for a little bit. You don't have to. Why are you laughing, Drew? What has just happened?
I was trying to look at someone's profile, but I accidentally invited them to join the live. So, anyway, questions?
No. All right. Sorry, questions. Right. What are we looking at? When riding, I'm looking at TJ. When riding, is there anything you can do to reward the horse from the saddle? You know what? I'm not a rider, so I'm going to say that's not my bag. I mean, look, I would say I don't know. I'm very good at staying in my lane. It's a pretty big lane, but when it comes to diet or temperament of horses or anything like that, I don't know. So I try not to comment on things that I don't know about. Wizard again, hey, you, how long did it take you to learn anatomy of a horse if you're not a horsey person? Yeah, well, I started with dogs. How long did it take? I'm still learning. I look at videos that I did a year ago and think I'm full of shit. And in fact, I tell a story whereby I was asked to do a presentation for an American
it was an online fair, and I did this whole presentation about like the wither, and then I went and did a horse dissection and realised all the things that I was talking about through the wither were absolutely wrong. And so, you know what, I'm still learning, always learn. I guess I'm just not worried about getting things wrong, right? So I will say things to people, and you know, I'll always prove myself wrong down the track, or often. And anyway, so then, you know, so I have a lot of knowledge. It's usually good, but I'll always keep learning. Tara, I thought that invite may have been a mistake.
Well, I mean, unless you have anything, unless you want to talk to Christian, Tara, have you got anything to talk about? You're welcome to. And if there's any riders who do know how we reward a horse from the saddle in here, jump on and answer. We'd like you to share your thoughts.
We like sharing businesses, talking to people, etc., etc.
Audience participation.
Yeah, audience participation is high here. We love it. Putchie shared the live with more than 5 friends. Oh, thanks, Putch. That's really cute of you. You could jump on and have a chat if you wanted, Putch. You can invite Putchie. Anyway, so there you go. How long did it actually take me? I've been doing this for 25 years. You always think you know everything until you're proven wrong, I guess, and so then you learn some more. So, but I used to make things very complicated, and I've been doing it long enough. What happened?
Putchie's joining the live.
Putchie.
Where? I think she's going to be on camera just quietly.
Yeah. What are you doing, Drew?
Are you there, Putch?
No. What have you done? What have you done?
I think she is.
We're having well,
we can't see you though.
Oh, you don't need to see me.
Yeah, you've got to put your camera on. This is TV. It's not radio.
It's not radio. No. No.
Not right now.
What are you talking about? She's trying to hide. Well, this is no good. We can't. This was not how it worked.
Oh, I was going to talk about how you can reward your horse after you've been working it. And is that what the person meant about the saddle?
She was. Everyone's joining in. Everyone's joining in. No, they were asking how you can reward the horse while you're in the saddle.
Oh.
Yes.
I guess by getting off its back for a bit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, or losing weight.
No, if I want to reward my horse when I'm in the saddle, I'll just give him like a loose rein, get off his back and let him have a bit of a canter lope around.
Yeah, fair enough.
I love that.
Yeah, there you go. That's all we were asking. And as you know, I don't ride, so I can't answer that question. But
I guess it doesn't matter for my horse because he's like 20 hands high.
yeah, right.
And I'm 5'3".
Yeah, so you feel like nothing on his back anyway.
Probably.
Anyway, right.
Alright.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Have fun.
Thanks, Putch.
Thanks, Butch. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Do you know how to end them now?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Getting there.
Thank you for answering all my questions. Thanks, Wizard. No, we love that. So guys, please, I'm happy having a chat with anyone for a little bit. Wizard's obviously been having a little chat with us today, so it's pretty cool. Oh, it's Easter, isn't it? It's Easter Carnival, it's saying I'm looking at the screen. So anyway, to everyone, please share the lives. We probably don't have that much to go, really, do we, Drew? But
one
please
or two.
share this as a live. What?
Yeah,
We
please
do.
share, please
like, share, do all that sort of stuff. Anyway, there you go. Hi guys. Guided by Luna. Excuse me. Hi, guided by Luna. How you going? Again, I'm looking at this. It's the second time I'm ever really looking through here. So I'm just trying to get myself sorted. And horses not tracking up properly. What's your experience on that? You know what, little mudbug, Tori, there can be so many different parts to that. I'm very bad with Hi Christian, love your TikToks. Thanks Isabel. Tori, I'm really bad. I often say that my eye for movement is shocking. I've got the worst eye for movement, but I've got a great feel. So unless a horse is running up on 3 legs, I have no idea. That's why I have to feel, and that's why I did the website the way I did the website. I think it was started because I worked in race stables where I wasn't able to trot the horses up. I didn't have the stuff to be able to do that. So I had to develop a way of diagnosing horses that were standing still. So I came up with just palpation. But you know what? Here's the thing. Vets usually trot up, get an idea, and then palpate anyway. I've just gotten rid of the trot up part of it. I just palpate. Unless riders tell me specific things or trainers tell me specific things, but I'll always just palpate straight away. Anyway, we're going to go to another video and keep the questions going.
Matilda will get back to you.
Yeah, Matilda will get back to you. I'll check it out. We're at the National Equestrian Centre in Singapore. This is McGregor. He's got an issue. So in Australia, I don't often treat this. I always say this. I feel like I've said this on repeat here. There is a bone at the back of the tongue called the hyoid. So what it does is the muscles go from that bone at the back of the tongue, it's sort of like a wishbone, into the jaw. Now, what happens is, if that gets tight, the horse will either try to protect themselves by hanging or hanging out, or if it's both sides, when you put a bit in and move that bone, they'll try to protect themselves, so they'll hold themselves really weirdly. They won't give their head. So the thing is, I'm kind of almost changing that to like a Singapore muscle, because every horse in Singapore has had it. And so here's the trigger. We've treated through everything. His collar is fine, as I say, snap the collar. So the collar is fine, section is fine, but as soon as I come to the hyoid, you can see that he doesn't like it. So what that is holding his tongue in his throat rigid. So I don't know why the pattern, I don't know what the pattern is, I'm just going to treat it while I'm talking. Yep. What's happened, Drew?
Well, I've messed up and I've doubled up on the video,
it was still interesting.
Oh,
that's
sorry.
I
made an executive decision.
Anyway, Drew made an executive decision. So the thing is, I'm going to say that about the hyoid again. It was just a sort of explaining the same thing. I usually have to hear things a couple of times before it sinks in. That was an example of it. As I said, as soon as any pressure is applied to the tongue, you saw how he threw his head up. So if you have a horse that doesn't like the bit and throws its head up, often people think it's the back as well. If you apply pressure on the bit and the horse throws its head around, check the hyoids, check that. Go to as I've said it a lot, go to my website, have a look. There's a whole bunch of stuff there that you can learn. Really cheap, really simple. Tori's got it. This is so much fun. Thank you for your time and your knowledge. No worries, Tori. What was the one just above that, Drew, above Tori's comment there? What's the best advice you can give for a stiff 20-year-old jumper? How to make them more soft? Massage, look, no more than once a week. You know what? I think when we get stiff, it's the same in people. Movement, different types of supplements for joints and also for mobility, for making sure you remain fluid and soft, etc. When animals get old, I think treating not that often, because anything that stimulates can irritate. If you're treating an old horse all the time, you'll start irritating it as well. I think that you use supplements, use joint supplements, normal supplements, make sure that they're fed well and keep them moving, I think is the best thing for that. Thank you. God for you. Yes, super lovely. He also donates time for older exotic animals. Yeah, so thanks, Butch. Luna, guided by Luna. Yeah, I do donate my time to Werribee Zoo. I treat mostly, at the moment, I'm treating rhinos and camels. And they're amazing to treat. I'm not allowed to say that publicly, even though I'm saying that here. But anyway, there you go. Matilda, thank you. You're very welcome. Goya Horse.
Goya Horse gave you a carrot.
I have no idea what the carrot is.
It's a prize
Where
like
horse
a
is the one
rose.
that I promised that I would send a cap to, and I haven't. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yes, I think.
Alright.
Well, there's been 2 people I promised to send caps to, and I haven't, which is pretty rude.
And somebody's supposed to get a thumb.
And someone's meant to be getting a thumb.
Yeah, that's on you, buddy. One more.
One more. Let's do.
Load
one
them
more.
up, people. Load
Alright.
up the likes, load up the questions, load up the where you're froms, load up the shares. One more video, and then
All right, and we're gonna.
Karen, we'll get back to you.
My 32-year-old endurance horse would agree. Absolutely, I agree, Karen. I'm from Sweden. I use minerals and not a price. Oh wow, yeah, cool. Nice.
Tilda's watching from Sweden.
Yeah.
Hello,
I
Sweden.
recommend Tilda, but I recommend something. Cool. I'm still with Rascal, and we're still at Summerfield Farm. Right, so I use, I don't know how close we get. I
Thanks,
use
Tori.
this part of my finger when I'm checking stuff, right? So I sort of like just pointy. It's a bit sharper than just using the flat of my thing. So right here, that side. So when I'm checking, if I get a, just want to show you a saw back. That, yeah? So it looks really horrible. In fact, the person who's filming whose horse it is just did this really stupid face. So, anyway, it's like, oh my god, my horse is broken. Anyway, so if you can get that, what I want you to understand, one of the things that it could be, now it's definitely not the saddle, because what I was saying is, often if it's a saddle issue, if you can scratch the skin where the saddle is, you're going to get a real reaction. He's just showing kind of a ticklish reaction on the face. That's right. Anyway, but what happens is this medial glute, this big bum muscle, which almost every horse should have, slightly sore because they should be using it, it actually feeds in like this. It's called the gluteal tongue. So if we've got the back muscle, branches off into the pelvis and along the spine, and then if we have the medial glute, as soon as I drop into that medial gluteal, that's called the gluteal tongue, if there's a response, it could be this. The way I'm going to confirm that it's actually the medial glute is I just roll through the bone, and it obviously is. Now, you might have to get over this. All I'm going to do for this, is, this is a big, deep muscle. I'm just going to roll through it, right? So you're going to find little parts of the medial glute of this muscle that are actually quite tight. And so that's the top of the pelvis. I'm just going to start with that, and I'm just going to put that in traction. So you can see that tense up. And all I'm doing is just a different way of tripping out the same mechanism I usually do, good boy. I'm just using pressure. So I'm kind of holding my fingers into the muscle. I'm forcing a stretch, right? So that's all I'm doing. Stay still, don't move. So I'm going to find all the little bits of tight, and I'm going to roll my fingers into them, and I'm going to apply pressure into the back of them. It's just, all I'm doing is stretching the actual muscle. So, then after I've just done those 2 bits, you can see we don't have anywhere near the issue that we had before, right? So it's just that. But you're going to think it's a lot of that because we dip into that little tongue and it's not. Cool. Right, so we could go back to Karen about that back thing, or about the uterus, or about whatever it was. It could also be the medial glute. Like you saw when I was treated the pelvis, the whole thing about my site is you think that the problem is in the mid-back, but as you can see, almost exactly the same reaction point in 2 of those videos. One of them was the medial glute, and I treated that and it disappeared. The other one was actually inside the pelvis, and then it disappeared. So the interesting part there is that that little part that I said is my Pandora's box. There are so many areas, you're almost diagnosing by omission, right? So you got that dip, and then you go through the whole horse and figure out where it's not and where it is. And once you find out that it's, like on that one, that it's a medial glute, then you can treat the medial glute. Another one in the other video is that I was in Singapore. Sorry, I know I've been asked to go to Queensland and the UK. I do go to Singapore. I'm going there again next month to treat horses next month. I'll do a bunch of videos while I'm there. But I've got to be mindful about whose horses I do videos of. That happens generally. But anyway.
So just to check,
yes.
So you can't make it to Queensland, but you can make it to Singapore, is that right?
Yes.
What a guy. Alright, cool. I've missed a question from YouTube. I'm so sorry, YouTube. So I'm just trying to bring that up and then we'll get back to Matilda. Have you ever come across a horse that literally falls asleep while you're working on them? It's like they're sleep deprived.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but they all go. I went over to YouTube. They all go into a parasympathetic state. That's where we talk about releases. I'm not going to. Well, someone is going to ask me to talk about releases now, but I'm not a big fan of how significant people get about a release in a horse. Yeah, I've literally had horses fall over because they fell asleep and the whole locking mechanism unlocked and they fell over. And like only once. But yeah, a lot of them go to sleep. A lot of them chill out. You know what? Mostly I find that they just go into a really cool zone, and even horses that are, sorry, I keep playing in front of my face with my hands and the camera. Horses, even if they're scared, even if they're in a large amount of pain, you know, like the chestnut fillies, they can be scared of me the first time, but the second time I come and treat it, they usually all chill out. They usually all go into their own little zone and enjoy it. Once I'm very mindful of in what order I treat those, like sort of like I try to give them a good time before I really get into the areas or that are sore, or I will fix sore bits for them so they get an idea of what I'm doing. When I massage a horse, he starts to kick. Not aggressive because the face looks calm and the ears are forward. Oh yeah, it's still just telling you to piss off really, isn't it? And like, you know, when it tries to kick you, I mean, unless there's flies around and stuff like that. But, you know, just be mindful that that's obviously an area that they don't like, and just have a look and see what other ways you can treat it. Drew is scrolling. Robin Murphy. How hard is your online course to understand? I really tried to, I'm a total beginner to this, and is this to treat your own horse? Well, you know what, it's to understand, keep all the fillies a good time, thanks Butch. It's to understand what is wrong with your horse. So I always say that you can't, it doesn't matter what machine or gun or red light therapy thing, pencil, whatever you get, if you don't know where to put that item, where the horse is sore, you're not going to be effective. It doesn't matter how good the item is that you're using. So my website was specifically designed to teach people what it looks like when you run your hand over the horse, what all the dips mean, and which muscles are related to them. So you can actually either speak to your vet, your masseuse or whatever, and say, this is where it's dipping, this is the muscle that's related to it. So it kind of shortens the gap between normal people and a professional. It just puts a bit of power into your hands. So it also means that you know whether you need a saddle fitter, a vet, or you can do it yourself, or you need a therapist. So no, it doesn't teach you, it teaches you which muscle it is. It's purely diagnostic at the moment. However you want to treat it, you can treat it. You can use, I often say, use a massage gun, use red light therapy, use whatever you want, just use your hands. I'm pointing you to, I'm pointing out how to understand the problem. And I've made it as simple as possible because it's for normal people. It's not for therapists, even though as simple as it is, therapists will get a massive amount out of it. But I really was mindful of writing it for lay people or people who are just curious about their horses. So if you're curious about your horse and you're curious about understanding more of it, go to my website.
And Robin, there's a free example course on there, so that'll show you what's involved in them, and then sign up from there.
Yeah. Sorry, what's no? Yeah. Is it maybe because he releases tension in that way? Sure. He also starts to chew and yawn. That's the release we're talking about. You know what? I think if you've got a horse that's still kicking out at you while you're treating it and he's chewing and yawning, you're obviously fixing something, but there must be something else there, right? So you just need to be feeling around and finding other areas that need treating as well. My online course, we've done that. It's very easy, Robin. Like, have a look, as Drew said, there's an example of one of them. And that example is probably, I shouldn't have put that one up there, is that it's probably the most detailed and most difficult one to understand out of all of the modules. but also each module also comes with 2 videos. I learn by video. I understand things by video, so I made it very, very video heavy. I wish you'd come to Scotland. Scotland would be cool. I wouldn't mind. I'd like to get to Europe sometime. I always thought that this is part of the bingo, tick the bingo box. I am writing a course on how I treat at the moment. Maybe when I go away to Singapore and Thailand for a while with Putch and go to work in Singapore, I'll get a chance to do it or do more of it, but that's what's coming up next. So we will have the diagnostic part. We'll also have the part that teaches you how to treat your own horse.
And guys, we do have a special treat coming up, which is almost definitely, because it's kind of dependent on me, going to be within the next 2 weeks, right? So we'll try and give you a video the day before, but we're going to follow Christian around for an entire day with me as the cameraman instead of him having to hand off the videos, and you're going to see really detailed. We're going to see him treating. Hello, Putch. Putch has come with
more
refreshments
and the live studio audience of Gunner Runner.
Yeah, so we'll be doing a full day live. We'd love if everyone can jump on and join. It'll be sort of 6 to 8 hours of watching Christian really in depth doing what he does, traveling around. So that'll be really exciting.
Yeah. It's all happening today.
Thanks, Putchy.
Anyway, I'm so excited for the second course. Yeah, Tori, I tell you what, people say that you can't teach what I do. I can teach it. I've done it in lots of places. I've taught 2 people. One person's in America now, and the other person is around here treating. I specifically took people from Singapore, like the strappers or the grooms from Singapore, who couldn't understand English. I was teaching them how to fix some of the things on the horses that they look after. I can definitely teach it. I like to keep things as simple as possible. I guarantee you'll absolutely love it. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing clinics about is, once we've got the diagnostics and the treatment, then we'll really get serious about doing clinics, etc. Drew talking about following live, that will happen in the next couple of weeks or so. We'll let you all know. It will be a day of Drew following me. I'm going to break Drew because he doesn't realise how long and hard I work. And so you guys are going to be able to come on and off anytime during that day. Watch me treat horses as I'm treating them. Ask questions. So it won't be like this. You'll actually have access to my questions from me. Drew's going to have to ask them while I treat, but access to me while I'm treating horses with a horse in front of me, and we'll try to make that like a really valuable day for everyone. So anyone that's interested in finding out more about their horse while I'm actually treating, we're gonna give it a crack and we're gonna see how it goes. But it will be a long day, and like I said, we don't expect you all to stay on for the whole day. But we want to make sure that you have your own horses. Just keep it at that spot.
Sure.
But we want to make sure that people can jump in anytime and see me treating, so we can have a bit of a chat. Hi, Robin. Do I have my own horses? No, but Putchy, my wife, has an 18-something hand warm blood that she rides. I don't. I used to have a few racehorses that I liked watching, but no, I don't. And I've only ridden 4 horses in my life, and I don't intend on riding any more anytime soon. That would be, Tara says that'd be good to watch. And Karen also, looking forward to it. It's going to be a big day, but we'll go all day, and we just want to make sure that all different types of people it's going to be like from us, like about 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 or 6 in the morning, until about, God knows when. I usually work till about 6 in the evening, but it will go until I break Drew. That's what's going to happen. Gemma joined. Hi Gemma, how are you? Right. Is that about it, Drew?
If you want to say goodbye to the just to the TV camera,
sorry,
not TikTok.
All right,
if you want to sign off for the episode.
Yeah, right. So that was show 27. More frenetic, a bit weird, lots of new things happening. So where is it? To the show.
Well, just to our pre-recorded YouTube show.
There you go. That was show 27. We're still learning. We're still trying to do all sorts of new things. I've got another coffee here, which is really nice. And so that's over for YouTube. Thanks for joining. Get onto TikTok. Come, we do this live. Come join us. You can ask whatever questions you want. We can, like, you know, if you have any horsey problems or anything like that, I'll try to help you as best I can. Aside from that, show 27, done. TikTokers will still be with you.
And you are.
Bhutan.
Yes. So anyway, I've been working on horses. I don't claim to be a therapist. I enjoy seeing the results. Well, there you go. So Tori's not a therapist, but she's been using my thing and it's been helping her heaps. So how cool is that? That's the whole idea of it. I really want to learn more word of mouth around my barn. I've been having to turn people away. Well, good on you. Look, if you can even help a little bit, I think it's worthwhile. I think the more we can teach people to have a common language around horse soreness, the better. And obviously, I'm trying to do as much as I can to make that normal. People have been seeing awesome results. Well, that's cool. How good is that? Well done, Tori. I love hearing that sort of stuff. That's pretty cool. Anyway, well, this might be the end of it. We've got to, what time is it, Drew? How have we been going?
We've done an hour.
Done an hour. Is that 8,000 likes? You guys are incredible. That's like 8,000 likes an hour. 8,000 likes in an hour. That is crazy. I hope you've all liked me chatting with you guys. I hope you like. Thank you, Tori. Thank you, Wizard. Thank you, Karen. You guys have done most of it. Oh, and Robin. I tried to do some of your takeaways on my own horse. She looked at me as if I was stupid. Her and all the race trainers I work for, Robin, don't worry about it. You know what? Okay, Robin, so I'm going to give you a real little tip. This is one that, like, I don't. So when you see me touching a horse and touching the muscle and looking for a reactive point, I'm going to say it, go to my website. It will actually show you all the exact parts. If you put your fingers on the muscle in your brain, now I freaked Drew out by this because Drew's like, yeah, sure, you're full of shit. Anyway, if you, in your brain, put your finger on the muscle and then in your head, heat the muscle up, or like just sit there and think about warming the muscle up or the muscle warming up underneath your fingers, and then do that for a little while. No more, can you just, oh no, it's all right. Do that for a little while. That will initiate a response in the muscle, and what that does is it will make the Golgi tendon release. So what I'm feeling under my muscle is what the muscle is doing. When I stop and check afterwards, I can already feel that the muscle is actually released. So when you do it, so you try to do some of my techniques, when you do it, stick your fingers on the muscle and just sit there and just be with it and just in your brain heat the muscle up, right? Don't bully it, don't do it for too long, because the longer you do it, the more you're going to mess it up. And don't get too serious about it. And then I guarantee you, your horse won't look at you like you're stupid. Tara, I would love to learn to do, there's not many reliable body workers around me. I know, I guarantee you, once I help you out, once I write my course, you'll be able to treat horses, no worries. Karen, excellent analogy, being quiet helps. You know what, Karen, this is the thing, is that we start, in anything, I think, once you start doing too much, you start doing too much and getting too busy in your head, that's when you start all of a sudden doing worse. Because you find that people, when you first teach them and you say, look, put your fingers on, heat it up in your brain, they do it, but then they start overthinking it. When you start overthinking things, it stops working. So anyway, all right, guys, thank you so much. That was crazy. Thanks, Drew. Thanks, Hines.
Thank you.
Rich. Thank you, everyone. Good luck to all my people racing at Flemington and Mornington today, and anyone else that's just doing just riding, like Amy. Good luck, Amy, with yours. Well done. Thanks for saying hi. She always calls me boss. It's kind of funny. Anyway, thanks, guys. Have a great day. And this was cool. We got Europe.
Karen, yes, same time next week, absolutely.
Yes, 8 o'clock next week. It'll be early from now on. Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see you then. Thanks.
Jeepers. Well done.
Almost doubled it. How you got?
Yeah, I saw the lines and I didn't know if you guys were tracking it. I'm sitting there going, holy shit.
This smells like coffee, but
It
it
is.
looks like a tea bag. This is a coffee tea bag.
Oh, amazing.
Somebody can have mine because I
I
can't
still
drink
don't drink
yet.
coffee.
Can't drink coffee yet.
Sorry?
No, he doesn't drink coffee.
No, I
first.
can't at all.
What happens to you? Is it your gut or your brain or your body or what?
The after effects of the gut.
Yeah.
That was good.
Oh, it's lovely.
Hello.
So
Alright.
great.
Oh, there's one for you.
I'm gonna run straight out.
Hans doesn't drink coffee.
Oh,
Sometimes.
Never.
Oh, never.
No,
Never.
Do you want
no,
to
I'm fine.
Do you want
I'm gonna
that
have
too?
a cookie.